Okay, fam, we're back. The fuck? Okay. So I wanted to kind of sit and talk about where I'm at in life. Yesterday I wanted to make this video, and very much if I sat down and recorded this video yesterday, I would have cried. I would have sobbed. I don't know why I've been feeling so emotional. I feel like, if you can relate, you know that feeling when you're getting your period, about to get your period, on your period, and you were just emotional. Like, all day yesterday, even at work, nothing bad happened, but I just had that pressure in my face, like, oh my god, I need to cry, or I want to cry. That happened. And I've been feeling like that more times than not. I don't know why. I don't know if it's postpartum and my hormones just trying to balance out. And I feel like the hot topic that I've been feeling lately is just not being able to, I feel like I'm always failing, in the sense of I'm always failing at something, whether it's not being the best and not filling up each cup in my life for whether it's family, friends, work, you know, what I do at work, being a dance teacher, being a mom, being a good partner, just like everything. Not in the sense of just like, poor me. Not poor me. Because it's such a weird feeling, because I also know in my head of like, no, like you're vibing, you're doing a good job. You shouldn't feel like this. Life is good. Because life is good, but I just feel, I don't know, like I just feel like I'm not doing enough. Even if it's something simple as doing something like a hobby that I want to do. I'm not putting enough into me of sitting down with my hobbies, because more times than not, instead of working on a hobby or doing something hobbish like baking, scrapbooking, editing, making YouTube videos, I'm trying to get ahead of the mess. Kind of what I was talking about earlier of like, I'm choosing time to, well, let me just I have this extra time, let me get ahead of laundry to make my life easier. Let me work on this. And even with, you know, being fit and working out, an area where I'm feeling really insecure, and I feel that's obviously very common after you have a baby, but I feel like it's been such a shift, because coming from being a dancer, having control over my body, being fit, to obviously then being pregnant, you don't have control over your body because you're sharing your body, and everything is changing very fast, which was challenging in itself. I didn't like sharing my body. To then you have the baby, okay, it's in recovery time, you're in your mind, it's like, I've just had a baby, the world knows that, I know that, give myself some grace, relax, chill the fuck out, you just gave birth, that's a superhero power. And then a few months go by, okay, I'm at the 4-month mark, I should definitely be able to start, you know, like easing back into things. Okay, I'm at this month mark, I really need to start getting back into the gym. And I think I was just spiraling, because I didn't feel, each part of my life felt so different in just like measurements, if that makes sense. Like, I may be 100% here, but I'm 40% in this cup, 95% in this cup, I'm 10% in this cup this week, because it's been just one of those weeks, and that cup's always going to change. But I think that's been one of the biggest things that I'm still trying to grasp on, is like reminding myself that I am good enough, as silly as that sounds. I am good enough, and I am doing a good job. Just because I'm constantly working towards something doesn't mean I'm not doing a good job. And every week is going to look different. But yesterday was really tough. Yesterday I kind of was just like, what the fuck am I doing? What are you doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Even just with my career, am I gonna do this job am I gonna be at this job forever? And I do love my job, but it was just that spiral of like, should I be doing more? Was I made for more? Should I be creating my own business? What would that even look like? Well, do I even really want to do that? Because that is that when you have your own business, that's a child within itself. It needs so much care and attention. Now, I don't want to lose the time, because time is a thief, and just how fast Bo is going to grow up. Like, that's the spiral that I went into. But it's like, well, you create a business, you're setting his future up, you're setting your family's future up, and but it was just one of those things that everything yesterday hit so hard, and I was very close. Like, the tears filled my eyes on my way home just because I was so overwhelmed, and I was like, very much had the what's the point attitude with everything. And so that was really tough, and it did go on to the line of a depressive anxious episode moment, because of just all of the heavy feelings I was feeling. It has been really tough, because then as a mom, even just mom guilt starts to creep in. And I don't know, I feel like my mind was just going in a million different directions of like, well, I need to be a better dance teacher, so I need to do this. And I need to be a better employee at my job, so I really need to focus and work on this, and even like work on it outside of work. Not that that's expected in the environment that I work in. They're very good on that, but it's just like me personally, because it's just the whole mindset of like, oh, there's not enough time in the day. The biggest topic I feel like recently has been women not losing themselves and who they were before they became a mom. So that being a mom, I think we're so afraid of just being a mom, even though just being a mom is amazing, and there's nothing in this world like being a mom. So it's not a negative thing, but it's such a weird concept to, I don't know, like, I think just a mix of like mourning that girlhood of, even in my brain, your thoughts aren't just your thoughts anymore. Like, even if it has something to do with me or something completely not family related, the next thought is, okay, how would that affect my family? How would that affect my time at home? How would it affect my schedule? What would that give back to my family to set them up for success? And I think there's just been a huge mix of emotions, and even so many people have been sick. Bo was sick for Christmas, everybody got sick for New Year's, and then I got hit with round 2 at the beginning of the week. And I have such a good support system and such a village, and even with the best village, I still had the thoughts of like, oh my God, like, there's so much to do. I didn't do anything. I rested. I was taken care of. But it's just like that, your brain is always at 100 of like, oh my God, and they need to do this, and I gotta make sure this is all set. And I'm not sad, but I'm just like so heavy with not knowing who I am, in a sense of, I think, because I'm constantly learning about being a mom and what it takes to be a good mom, what it takes to be a good parent, to be a good partner, you just lose that sense of being selfish. Like, I was thinking about it the other day of like, yes, when you're a mom and you have mom's night out, or you meet up with your friends for a drink and you're getting ready, it's like, you're not just a girl in her room getting ready at her vanity, playing music or listening to a podcast or watching one of your favorite YouTubers. You're now a mom in the bathroom, maybe doing all the same things, but, with a baby, or because you want to spend time with them before you go leave for the night. or your partner has the baby, or whoever, Grammy, Pepe, whoever has the baby, and you still like gravitate towards them because you're like, oh, like I can't wait to have a moment, but like I already miss you, like I want to be, how can I help, what can I do? Or you're trying to be helpful and just like set up a night for success, so you're making the bottles before you leave. And it's not just, I don't know, it's not just like, it's not that simple anymore. And I don't even know if this rant made sense, but it's kind of just a reminder that nobody has their shit together. Everybody's still figuring everything out. You know, I'm 25, and I feel like the other theme that I was talking about is like, what am I doing? What do I want to do? What's going to fulfill me emotionally, financially? And it's very hard to tap those two things into it. You don't have to have it all figured out, and things can change. You know, the things that fulfilled me 2 years ago don't fulfill me now. Something completely different fulfills me now, and that's okay. But even with that fulfillment, I still struggle with it sometimes because not everything's always perfect. I don't know, it's just such a very strange thing that just still going.
That's a big stress.